I was filling in for In This Moment. I play bass for them a couple shows.
Shut up.
Like I feel like that's what makes the difference between, you know, having a family band that is just like I could go in here and like take orders, or I can like be a part of this. Mike Shinoda's right there.
Deep down in the hole, you're a fall. I'm butchering it. I was watching something. Y'all were on a podcast like maybe 4 years ago in Austin. I forgot. It was called the metal something Austin, Texas or something.
With the was it with Machine from?
Yes.
Yeah. That was like a live stream, I think, or something
or
like
something
that. Yeah,
it was like in a room.
Yeah, it was a live stream. That was fun. Machine's cool, man. Machine is a wild character. Like,
is he?
Yeah, he's done like you know, Lamb of God, Head PE and stuff like that, and so he's a legendary producer, bro. Oh, Suicide Silence too. Like he's did the No Time to Bleed album, like probably one of my favorite albums from them too. Like wild, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. So thanks for coming on again. Once again, you know, we just met 3 minutes ago. Yeah, officially
for sure.
I saw you perform at most recent for System of a Brown.
Yeah. Oh, I did a little guest spot over
with
there.
all your homies.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, but I had to go home because I was just tired, bro.
Yeah.
It was late.
It was a long night, bro.
It was late for me. Like, I don't know how y'all rock.
They play like, those guys stay up till fucking whenever. I'm like you, bro. I'm a recluse. I just gotta go. I gotta go home and go to sleep. But I did my little part. Yeah. So what's up, everybody, and then dipped out.
You were Joe Dirt.
Yeah, I was Joe Dirt. Yeah, and I like almost never dress up for Halloween and stuff too. But they asked me to do the show, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's do it." Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, you can cuss. Okay. You can cuss. Yeah, feel free, man. It's
for sure.
Yeah, at first I wasn't gonna cuss on this thing, but then my guests started cussing.
Yeah, you're like,
and so I was just like, you know what, I can't. Whatever. I cuss once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, but now just be yourself, man. That's what we're here for, man.
Sick.
But yeah, so people thought for a little bit that you were, Danny, or you were Danny.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I get that all the time.
I don't see it that much.
I mean, me and him have the same mom, so you know, it's we look more alike than like me and Ruben and stuff like that. Have we started already? We're in the midst of it.
Yeah.
Right now? Oh, okay, sick. Okay, no, that's fine. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I was like, I could save this for the podcast if you want, but but we're already here. So, yeah. So the family tree. I don't know if you can put some graphics up. Boop. My mom and my dad both had previous like marriages and stuff, and so my dad had Ruben with his previous marriage, and then my mom had Danny, and then they got together and had me, and so I'm kind of like the reason why they met, you know, and they met while they were like, I don't know, I think like 8 or 10, or like I think Ruben was 8 and then Danny was 10 or something like that. If my math is correct. So
your mom share. Yes, you and Danny share the same mom.
Share the same mom, yeah, and then me and Ruben share the same father.
Okay,
yeah,
that's cool, man.
Yeah. It's a little. Every time I explain, people are like, "What is this?" I was like, "We're all just half brothers, and then kind of just keep it like that. We're the Mexican Chevelle, but I'm not gonna like, but I'm not gonna fuck off and leave the band or anything like that, like how the other bass player did."
Yeah, I heard about that recently, but that's crazy, man, because. I don't know. I mean, we're on that subject right now. Like, you're in a band with your brothers, up since maybe COVID.
Yeah. So I started like really getting involved in their process like 2020 for the Southern Hostility record.
Yeah.
And you know, we were going to they at the time were going to a new label. And, you know, we just needed an album that was going to be a pretty, like...
Put this hat on.
Yeah, you could. A pretty definitive, like, you know, statement for being, like, the new guys on the label or whatever. So they brought me in, and I was just doing, like... I was, like, co-producing with our good friend Chris Mora, which he's... I could talk all day about him. He's amazing.
He is amazing.
Yeah, so... we started doing that album process, and we were there, you know, like every day from like 8 a.m. to about like 6 p.m., you know, Monday through Friday. And we did that for about like 5 weeks, I believe, like 5 whole weeks. And then they were just at the end of the process, you know, during that, I believe something was going on with Joe, their previous bass player, and I think he was trying to like step out and stuff like that. He was gonna focus on his career with. He's like a personal trainer and stuff.
Okay,
he was getting like really jacked and shit around that time. So he started doing that, and they were looking for. I mean, it was in the studio, kind of like in like, you know, just a dilemma. Like, now we need to find like a bass player and stuff, and they were just like, why don't you join? You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? I'm not a bass player, but
because you're mostly a singer.
Yes, and I had, if you listen back on some Southern Hostility stuff, like I'm on that record, but I'm not in the band. But I'm on that record. Like some of the background singing and stuff is me. Some of the harmonies and stuff is me. But
I don't think a lot of people know that.
No,
I didn't know that. I realized that. Because I was listening to Another Ghost. I saw the music video when it came out, like that day. I didn't. You're not. The camera's not on you when you're singing that much.
Yeah, I know.
So I thought it was Danny.
Yeah, no, the way that video is edited was kind of weird. Nothing against Scott. Scott, we love you. That it was fine, but give me some more camera. Give me some more camera time whenever I'm singing. Right? But he's
a legend too. Like in that like that zombie gore.
Yeah, and even like music videos, bro. Yeah. Like you think of some of your favorite bands from way back in the day, and he's probably did some of their music videos, like straight up. And so while we were there, actually, not to change the subject, but while we were there, he had like a little montage of. Inside his studio, he has like a little montage playing kind of like just on a TV of like all the music videos and stuff. And there was like a couple of them where we were there all day. So it was just like on a constant loop. And I would catch a music video and be like, oh, fuck, he did that one? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And I would go pick his brain about like the song or whatever, you know, like just trying to annoy him while he's trying to work. But maybe that's why I didn't get too much camera time. He's like, this guy is fucking annoying. No, I'm just kidding.
How did you, so that was like your introduction to him? Like, did you just like message him or did you
No, actually, so intermission video, that was I think was, or no. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, or I think it's that or Carlito's Way. I'm so fucking, with all the old stuff, dude, I'm like, I wasn't in it, but I mean, obviously, I saw every moment of it. But so I think it might have been Carlito's Way, where it's a video where they're playing cards and you know something happens or whatever. Probably, I think it's like one of the first videos that they did, and Scott did it, and then he came and did the intermission video here, and then they didn't do any videos with him until the Built from War video. I think, and or King of Diamonds, the KOD, and so that was filmed at Bonds, like kind of like Pantera style, like just like close quarters and shit like that. But that's kind of how that came about. I don't even know how they got into contact with him, but I know that he shot like some of their first videos ever, and they kind of like grew as a band and as a filmmaker, you know. And now we get to come back years later and do. Yeah. Kill Shot and do another Ghost.
Kill Shot was crazy. Kill Shot was
so
much
fun.
That was next level, I think, for as far as music videos go for you guys.
Yeah,
it looked like a video game, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Like we wanted to, do like the Call of Duty Zombies type thing, and
it's a fun song. It's a heavy song, and it's not like serious. Yeah, it is serious, but like it's a fun song because it's like a video game, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole idea for it. As soon as we wrote the song, like we were like, okay, this video has to be like over the top, like, video game style and stuff like that. So, that was the plan for sure. Stutter. Yeah.
I can't scream for my life.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But dude, why weren't you am I allowed to ask this? Like, why weren't you in like Upon from since, I mean, maybe since you were little, like, maybe Cold Casket, you was kind of like your.
Yeah. Like I would say when I joined the band was when they saw the potential and the drive in me and like my songwriting capability. Yeah. I guess I had enough, the Buried Under Texas stuff from like, that was the first band and stuff. We could talk about that too, but the Buried Under Texas stuff, very like simple songwriting and I can't, like, some people love those songs. I can't listen to them just because I'm so like, I fucking hate this. It's like, it's not good. You know what I mean? Or like I could have did this or whatever. Or sometimes like
you're your best critique.
Yeah, of course. And so, sometimes I can't listen to it, but like, and then Cold Casket happened, and then you started seeing the maturity of like the songs and everything. Okay, this shit has structure, and we have choruses now,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. But
It's like growing up, like you don't like when you see like an old photo on Facebook, like that came up like from a memory. It's just like, bruh, I don't want to see this right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so cringe, like in your head, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it is, but like to you.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just cringe.
exactly. And like I still have people sometimes come up and be like, "Oh, dude, those fucking songs," or they'll like send me something on like Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and like I was like, "Damn, this is wild, dude." Like I can't. But it's so cool, you know what I mean? Like I don't I don't knock any of those times. They're all developmental to get me to here, you know,
sure.
and that's probably why it was just they saw the real like it was like low quality for what they needed at the time, and they always had band members and stuff, you know what I mean, like a steady stream of it and everything. So it wasn't in the cards until it was, you know what I mean, and then them as people, if I would have joined the band back in the day while they were still like partying and stuff like that, I probably would have been a lot worse off than.
Think so?
Than what? Yeah. I would have either dived really deep into it probably, or just been completely disgusted by it that I probably would have left the band or something like that. Like I don't think that in general is not sustainable. Like the way that they were doing things and stuff like that.
It was. I think it was like if you're gonna do it, it was during those years.
Yeah,
like a lot of bands are.
I mean, dude, they were young and hungry and living this lifestyle and
excited too because this is all happening, right?
Yeah, and then getting the success that they did and stuff like that. And I'm not saying they were fucking like going crazy and wild and out, but like sometimes the parties would get crazy. You know what I mean? From the stories that I hear and everything. But now they're completely different people. Like now.
Well, I didn't grow up with the Pond. Like I think they were a little older than me. I first saw them in 13 or 14.
Okay.
So I wasn't there like early, but like it makes sense. Like
the local band.
Yeah, but I can kind of tell,
Yeah, dude. Like now they're totally different people. I mean, you probably know. I mean, Danny's super religious now, and he doesn't drink and stuff like that. And then same with Ruben. I mean, he doesn't drink too often, and me, like I mean really I just smoke weed, and like I don't really drink too often either, you know what I mean? I'll have a beer or whiskey here, like sometimes, but I've really kept it like under wraps just because I lead by. I mean the examples that I've had too, like I've had a lot of family members either lose their life or crash it into the ground from like alcohol or drugs or something like that. And so that's something that I've been very like mindful of, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I can't slip down to that path because I'm focused on this stuff. And don't get me wrong, bro, 18 through like 22 or whatever, I was partying, I was doing my thing, you know what I mean, with the guys and stuff. Like they know we were out touring whenever we were like 17, 18. So like, what else are you going to do? You know what I mean? And you're around it and everything, but we never got too deep into it, with like the drugs or anything like that. It was all just fucking fun. And
it's relevant. It was relevant at the time, right? Like it's just, you're young. Like I was the same way too.
Yeah. At the time. Now we're much more common. I mean, even Lou's been sober for a long time. I think like 2 or 3 years now. And so that's fucking great. Like everybody's doing good in life and trying to like be better. And I see all the homies, that maybe would have been doing that stuff back in the day, and now they have families and they're fucking taking care of their kids, and that's awesome, dude. You know what I mean? That's all you can ask for.
It's called nature, man.
Yeah.
You just grow up like, or you like we should grow up.
Yeah, no.
Some of us don't, but hey.
Yeah. It's hard to accept the fact, but you got to for sure.
Right. I'm just trying to paint a picture in my head. Like, what's the age difference between you and Danny and Ruben?
Danny is 10 years older than me, and Ruben is I think like 8 years older than me.
And how old are you?
Yeah, I'm about to turn 30 in January.
Okay,
so
cool.
Yeah, so
cool,
they're
cool.
39 and 37. Or 30, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, man. Yeah. So when did you start? Was your first band was that Buried?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Buried Under Texas was the first ever thing, and the original members were me, Lou, John Valdez, he played drums, and then Chris Mata, and then he played bass and stuff. And we had a couple of like of like second guitar players that tried out and then didn't work out and stuff like that. Like all the homies, you know who you are. I love you, bro. There's a lot to name. Like,
I imagine.
And so, but yeah, and then we ended up getting Carlos Mendiola, and that is kind of when Buried Under Texas kind of like got serious, because he was in another band called Fight the Plague.
Okay.
Back in the day, they were popping off like whenever they were popping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were kind of like the older heads. Well, not older heads, just older than us. Like we kind of like looked up, like when I was like coming into the music scene. This is like some fucking San Antonio history for you. Like Silence the Messenger, Brotherhood, you know, like Blood of Our Enemies, like stuff like that, like fucking all those bands like were kind of like the oh shit, like you could do it, you know what I mean? These guys come from the city, like, you know, Rod, like shout out to Rod Nichols and all those, like I still talk to those dudes to this day, but yeah, like, you know, seeing all those dudes do it and being like, oh, those are the OGs, you know what I mean? Like it's possible. And then having a guy that came from one of those bands into our band, we were kind of like, oh, fuck. Okay, this is like we're starting to get serious now. And, you know, he started like implementing like practice schedules and like stuff like that to where like we're practicing every week. And
so he comes in.
Yeah, and then shit starts getting serious.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We got him.
Yeah, for sure. So I can never thank him enough for like actually like coming into practice and being like, so y'all only do this like once a week or whatever, or sometimes once. He's like, no, we got to be doing this like 3 times or whatever. And he would make the drive and stuff like that. Like Lou would come all the way from like fucking Universal City and stuff and stuff. And even just how that happened, like the whole origin of Buried Under Texas, like is a pretty cool story too. Like basically me and Christian, we went to middle school together. And so he was a bass player. And, you were just out in the courtyard, kind of just kicking it and stuff. And I was like, man, I really want to start a band. Or like the conversation came up about starting a band. And his dad is actually like, people probably don't know this, but his dad is like a legit like Latin producer. Like he works with like a lot of fucking badass Tejano music, like bands or artists and stuff. And so, and his dad's a badass bass player. And so he was like, oh yeah, like I could play bass. And then I was like, okay, sick. And then I come to find out he's never played bass ever. he's never played bass.
He was capping.
Yeah, he was capping hard.
He just want to be involved.
Yeah. And so, but
you want to be famous.
Hey, bro. It ended up working out because he fucking shreds now.
Oh,
like,
real?
yeah, he's a badass bass player, bro.
Go.
Yeah, he's a badass bass player.
What's his name again?
Christian Mata.
Mata.
He plays for I think he's in a band called Blind Effect right now.
Okay.
And they just played like a couple days ago and stuff. But yeah, they're fucking sick, man. And so and he's a ripper. He's always been a ripper. But he kind of just like kind of lied a little bit and was just like,
hey, we all gotta lie on a resume sometimes,
yeah, you know,
right?
you gotta shoot your shot. And
can't say we haven't done that before.
Yeah, and he tells me that, and then I was like, okay, cool. So now we just had to find a fucking drummer, and this guy across the street from me moved in, and his name was John, and he ended up becoming the drummer. But we started becoming friends because we would skateboard together outside, like a lot. Like, so he saw me skating and was just like, oh yeah, you skate, like I skate too. And so started skating and playing football and like stuff like that. He was right across the street from me. So that friendship kind of happened. And then he was like, yeah, like I could play drums. I want a drum set, and like I know I could play. It was kind of like that thing too. Like I don't think he ever played drums. Like I think it was just hey, I want to. Ends up getting a kit, and then so now it's me, Chris and John kind of just in like limbo because none of us can play guitar. I play guitar, but I didn't want to be a guitar player. I wanted to be the vocalist. And so I did a vocal cover of an Upon song. I think it was Donnie Brasco or something like that whenever it came out. And Lou comments on the video.
I remember this story.
And this is when like YouTube was like more social, like people had profiles, and then you could the profile actually mattered, like, you know what I mean, rather than like now it's just a fucking username. But yeah, like it was a little bit more social. So I go and click on his thing, and he has a bunch of videos of him playing guitar, and I'm like Devil Wears Prada like type stuff, like, or Miss May I and stuff. And so I was like, oh, dude, this guy fucking shreds. And so he had commented on the video like, oh, he tried to cool guy me first, which was fucking hilarious.
What does that mean?
Like cool guy you like
oh, like he types cool guy?
No, like I don't know, like just try to be like, oh yeah, like he basically said, hey, great cover, but I personally know the vocalist of this band, of the band, and I was like, yeah, so do I. He's my fucking brother, like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I mean by like he tried to like cool guy me and be like, oh yeah, that's good, but I know the band, you know what I'm saying?
But y'all knew, that Crossways. It's just being jokes.
No. So he knows. So that this is a whole nother.
Yeah,
part of the story.
his aunt or something.
Yeah,
right?
his aunt was best friends with my mom, and they used to live in an apartment complex like together, like across the hall. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so that's how he knows who my brother and we are because of his aunt would probably say like, oh, I know them and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so he tried to like, oh yeah, like I know them and I was like, yeah, so do I. Like, it's my brother. And he's like, well, do you know, like, he said his aunt's name and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, and he's like, oh, dude, like, and then I asked him, I was like, yo, you play guitar and you're sick. Like, do you want to be in a band? And he's like, well, I have this band right now. And, but we're not really like, doing much, but I can come to like a practice or whatever and like try out. And so, okay. So he ended up coming over to my house. And we practiced in my fucking kitchen with like
pots and pans.
No, we practiced in my kitchen with like John playing drums on the outside of my screen door because it was way too loud. So he was outside with the screen door closed, and he was just fucking ripping on the amp right next to it, which is like crazy to even. If I walked into that room, I'd be like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" You know what I'm saying? But
humble times.
You got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I came across some old photos.
But when you're young, that's like the best thing in the world.
No, yeah, dude. Those were the like definitive times. Like those made us. You know what I mean? And so it was cool, man. And so he ends up, ripping the fucking session. And so we're like, okay, cool. This guy's it. And then fast forward, we play a couple shows and all that stuff. And actually the old drummer for Brotherhood was like the guy who booked us like on our very first like stuff. I use him as Dave. Yeah, Dave. He booked us on like our very first like main stage Rabbit show or something like that. Yeah, and so it was cool. And then like the Chris Blakeys, you know what I mean? The Rollies and all those dudes like they helped us, get our name out there, and and I have nothing but good things to say about them. People have their opinions, but what he did for us was cool. You know what I mean? And I can't take that away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's
it got
cool,
me where I was and everything. But yeah, the long story short, Carlos ends up joining the band, and then we get like super serious. And
yeah, and I mean, you're still in a band. You're still, in Cold Casket now. Technically, it's still an active thing. Yeah. But I understand that upon it's successful, it's very successful. So I understand you gotta go where things are happening, right?
Yeah.
So it just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then also like I see what's happening with life cycles, and I don't want to
disrupt that.
I don't want to disrupt that at all. Like those are my boys. I want to see them have the most success. So
yeah.
Like we could not worry about Cold Casket for a little bit and it'll be okay. I mean, I could say it on here, I guess, like I mean, there's not really anything like planned for the future, but I get my hair cut by Xavier all the time, and so like I talk about it with
hair?
them. Yeah. He cuts hair.
Does it all
really
man.
well too. Yeah,
he
really
plays
well.
every instrument and he cuts hair.
Yeah. He's a fucking virtuoso, whatever that's called, or a maestro. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know the word, but yeah. What was I saying?
You were getting your hair cut by Xavier.
Oh yeah,
you're still kind of boys.
Yeah. And just talking about like what are we gonna do like with Cold Casket, like if when you have some time, like, because they just recorded a record, we just recorded a record, we got some free time, like, you want to write like an EP or something and just put it out as just like an internet band thing, because we don't necessarily want to like go through the whole motions of trying to like revamp the whole thing, because that's not really what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to I'm at the point where, you know, if I don't have to tour in a situation that is less than what I have right now, as far as like comfortability,
For
like,
sure.
you know, dude, I did my fair share of sleeping in vans and parking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying like, oh, it has to be this way, but like what I got with the Pond touring wise, is the best I've ever had it. And so I'm not going to try to go out and like lose money and like stuff like that when, you know, like, because Cold Casket will have to literally build back up from the ground up. And so we can keep an internet thing and have the fans that fuck with it. And I'm always grateful for you guys. Like, thank you so much for still like jamming us. You know what I mean? I look at our Spotify. The fact that we haven't put anything out and we still got like active Spotify listeners is crazy, you know? And that warms my heart. And I think even like what song? I think it was Letting Go or something like that. Just like it hit 1 million streams and stuff. And so thank you everybody that streams it on like the workout playlist or whatever it is. Like, thanks for keeping it alive. I really do appreciate that because we don't do shit.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, Apon's they've had a lot of band members throughout its history. I think the two main ones, right, that have withstood the time was Ruben and Danny, and then you came in. I feel like, I mean, I hope that you stay with the band for forever, but you just never know, right?
Yeah.
And but being it with your family, does that make it like easier to stick with the band in a way?
Yeah. So.
It's not like you can just quit like cold blood and then they're gonna be like they know where you
now live. I gotta see you at Thanksgiving, you know
and
what I'm saying?
Ask, like, like Danny shows up and your mom's there, you're like, Mom, my boss just walked in now.
And okay, so yeah, it just depends on how the people that are quote unquote in charge want to handle that. I'm fortunate enough to where they brought me in with open arms as like another functioning member of it, which means, or operating member, which means that I handle a lot of stuff like that other band members probably didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like on the back end of things, you know, Ruben,
like showing up to podcasts and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that no one watches apparently.
Like Ruben does a lot of the back end stuff too. Like and so with me coming in, I've kind of helped him, you know, with that, take the load off and stuff, because it's a lot, man. Especially now going independent. Like you have, you know, we wrote the record and we did it. If we were on a label, we would just send it off and be like, okay, you know, market this. You know what I mean? And but now we have to do it, and we have to come up with all the concepts and all that stuff. But going back to your question, I'm sorry, I'm fucking rambling, but I
don't remember the question, but it's fine. We're not here to remember
like
questions.
The dynamic of
like the family stuff.
Yeah, and so for me, my situation is easy because I am brought in as like, you know, an equal, you know, and I just don't handle money or anything like that. Like, you know, I don't get fucking settled out or whatever the hell, like, you know, like at the end of the shows or anything like that. Like, I just don't handle the money, but everything else, like back end stuff, like, like I do try to help. And then along with the music production, as well, like I engineered, like, me and all the guys wrote it, but I engineered it. Like I was hitting record and editing everything and all that stuff. And so for like this last record and so, you know, other band members like didn't do that or anything.
And
like
then you
that,
send it to Chris, and then maybe you can work on some on whatever he needs to do.
Yeah, he mixes it or something like that. But
which is incredible. But everything that comes out from Chris is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's
no wonder why y'all stick with him.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great relationship and stuff. And Cold Casket was doing stuff with him too before, and then I brought Upon in to Chris Morris' place because they had worked with him for Straight Out of the Barrio, but he just co-produced, so it was like Corey Brenneman and him. But he did a lot of the writing and stuff, and Ruben was like, yeah, that kid's a fucking a ripper. Like, can he engineer and like produce like by himself and stuff? And that was when Cold Casket was starting. We were transitioning from Barry to Cold Casket, and we stayed at Chris Morris' house for like 2 weeks straight, just like grinding out songs and like kind of like making the concept of what Cold Casket was, because we just went in there without a name, with no songs, anything.
How'd you come up with Cold Casket?
Shit. I think actually Chris Mora actually might have came up with that. I think we were damn, there's a whole list of names and I can't even fucking remember them, but yeah, there was a whole list of them. And then we had like, as soon as we heard the Cold Casket, we were like, it didn't stick right away. We were like, yeah, okay, like let's see what we can come up with, like, you know, what else we can come up with. And then nothing else beat that. And so we were just like, you know what? I think this might be, you know, the move. And then once we figured out the name, like that was like in the middle of the whole process. And so once we figured out the name, I feel like those songs started to have like more vibes. Like OD came from that after and stuff. And that was one of our like main songs that
Which, by the way, you had hair back then.
Yeah. I had longer hair.
Look cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, but it's the other, you know, the 30 minutes on stage versus the other 23 hours and 30 minutes that you got to live with it is fucking horrible. Like,
it's like a towel, like at the end of the day.
Yeah, so like my hair is super thick. So once it gets down to like where it was, like for that, it gets a little crazy. And so I have to, you know, do a whole bunch of stuff to keep it in line. But I'm one of those dudes that just likes to like get up and like just fucking go and yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so I was like, and then I just ended up wearing it in a bun the whole time. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking cut this shit and just touring with it and stuff. I remember we did a Cold Casket.
Then you gotta
tour.
get shampoo.
Yeah,
and stuff.
we did a Cold Casket tour, and after that, I was like, I'm never gonna fucking go on tour with this long ass hair again, bro. It's fucked up. But yeah, those are fun times, man. Sometimes I sit back and reminisce about those times. We were just fucking kids, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think we're still kids at heart, man.
Yeah,
you know
trying to be, yeah, for sure.
Like that's the job, right? Like for you, especially.
Yeah. And my knees don't feel that way, but
who's that?
I said my knees don't feel that way.
Oh,
but
your knees, yeah, yeah. Especially because do you do deadlifts? Like, do you do all that stuff?
Deadlift and like powerlifting stuff like that, not really. But like for leg day, like I'll live on a seated leg press and just fucking go ham on like different positions of legs and stuff and just go and work out your whole leg. Squats and stuff too for legs and stuff. But yeah, I started actually, we're getting into fucking gym talk right now. Okay,
let's do it. Teach us something.
Let's go some bro science. No. I started actually walking backwards on a treadmill on an incline.
Oh, I see people do that.
Knees. Yeah, it helps your knees either before or after, but every day you could do it and it'll strengthen your knees. It's helped. I mean,
I thought people just do because they're like bored or something.
No, it actually has a function. I injured my left knee back in the day. When I started doing like jujitsu and stuff, and it was when I was a white belt, and some guy tried to take me down, and he hyperextended my knee, and I feel like my meniscus probably had like a small tear in it, not like enough to get surgery, but a small tear to where like this shit was fucked up for like, I would say like a year until I was like fully back, you know what I mean, and I could like put weight on, like not like to stand, but like sit on my knees and stuff, you know, and it was hard to rehab that, but I learned how to do it, and yeah. Or like ankles or something.
So you were training like for fighting and stuff? Like,
yeah, like
you got a dojo?
No, like I trained out of Ohana West, which is which is over there off of off of Marbach and 410.
My neighbor, I think she goes to Ohana. I saw on her shirt.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
She doesn't talk to me, but
they have a whole bunch of locations. So probably goes to one over here or something. But Ohana West, shout out to Ohana West, Billy and all them. I love you guys. Y'all are sick. But started doing jiu-jitsu over there. I want to say like.
What belt are you?
20. I stopped doing jiu-jitsu, so I only got to like a 2-stripe white belt. Oh. And then which is nothing, bro. Like
sounds cool.
Which is nothing. Cool, no. Like a white belt. A white belt is like you have no straps on your white belt, and then you get like the 1, 2, and you go up to 4, and then you get your blue belt.
Got it.
And stuff like that, and then you get 4 stripes, and then purple, and then 4 stripes, and so. Yeah, the dudes that you need to watch out for are like the purple and brown belts and black belts and all those dudes. Yeah. Like the blue belts and stuff too, because they've been training for a while. But still, like, yeah. So I started doing jiu-jitsu just as like a ways of like exercise, and also I've always been into it. Like I've loved MMA and stuff, and boxing. And I come from a boxing household and stuff where my house was like the place to watch all the fights because we had the big screen TV or
Oh,
something.
you
know
were
what
the
I'm saying?
family that had it.
Yeah. And
We're going
yeah.
to the Alvarez.
No, yeah, for sure. And so we would have parties over there and stuff like that for like boxing matches or something. And just always been into it, you know? And then got into jiu-jitsu, tried that for a little bit. And then as I was going to jiu-jitsu, I befriended like the kickbox or the Muay Thai coaches from the gym as well.
Yeah.
And shout out Marcel. And then Marcel is the one that pretty much taught me how to fucking fight. And so learned how to throw my elbows and my legs and stuff like that and actually like do Muay Thai. And so
Do you watch UFC?
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite fighter right now?
A favorite fighter right now.
It could be for whatever reason, maybe their personality or just like how they do things.
Okay, I'll say for not necessarily UFC, but okay, yeah, I'll go UFC first. Like Jorge Masvidal's cool. Let's see. I mean the GOAT. GSP is probably gonna be for me like, you know, on my Mount Rushmore of MMA like GOATs and stuff like that. But Anderson Silva. I mean, if you want to get into like the newer stuff, like let's say Israel Adesanya, you know, Pereira. I don't know. There's really too much to name. The Diaz brothers, like I don't know. There's way too much to name. I like them all because I'm a really big fan, you know. That's like cool. And there's something for everybody. If you like wrestling, you know, you're gonna go to like Habib and Islam Makhachev and you know and all that stuff. Or if you like, you know, pure striking, you go to these dudes and you know. So
have you been to an actual UFC fight?
Never ever.
They're hard to come around by.
Yeah, I've only been to like, you know, local productions and stuff, or like even at Ohana they would have like fight nights on Thursdays, and so some of my homies would like
that's pretty cool.
Would fight, you know.
Is there like an entry fee for that?
No, it's actually free.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there. I'll see you there.
You gotta go. Yeah.
Is it BYOB?
You can't drink there, but I mean, you could pregame in the you could pregame in the car, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you from that. But just don't act a fool. There's a whole bunch of killers in that room.
Oh yeah, so. Be careful. Yeah. You don't want to be a dummy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. But
an example.
Yeah, but you know, even going into that,
but I'm just joking. I'm not gonna show.
No. But just like even going into that, like most of those dudes are some really nice guys that'll give people that are talking shit or messing with them a lot of chances to step away, you know, and stuff. And some people don't listen, and then you get made an example of, you know. Yeah. But it's just those dudes are some of the nicest dudes, and like made some of my best friends there, you know what I mean, and stuff. And we bleed and sweat on the mat every day together, you know what I mean. And so even like there's dudes that I don't even know, or people, because I mean women and men that train there that are really good, and I don't know some of these people's names, but I've been training with them for fucking I don't know how long. And so if I come back to the gym,
that's kind of a bro thing to do.
Yeah, if I come back to the gym and I see you, hey, what's up, dude? Like, hey, how you doing? Just because we're here in the same place, like, you know, and I see you every day, like I don't gotta be like super friendly with you, but like we're here, we'll spar, we'll do, you know what I mean? And like you punched me in the face, I punched you in the face, like we're on another level of like friendship. It's kind of, once you punch your friend in the face and he punches you, you're like, oh, that was a good one. Like it gives you a little bit more respect for each other, you know, and like it's not just like some coworker or whatever. For sure. It's like, nah, that's the homie. Like we fucking train.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't know someone's name and like you say hi to them a lot, like I think that's stronger in a lot of ways than like saying hi to someone like you don't want to see.
Yeah.
It's much stronger.
No, yeah.
In fact, I know, like, have you ever seen those memes or like those videos on TikTok where like it's two guys, like they're at work technically, and then they pass by each other and they're like, and then second day at work.
Oh yeah,
like, hey, what's up, dude? Third day. Yeah. And then fourth day, they're like they're like banging at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, just, you know, you see somebody every day and then y'all are both going through, you know, so like my coach, jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, they both do this thing where, you know, at the end of the session, they'll group everybody together either in a circle or in a line, and just the head coach would just talk, you know, for a little bit. And some of those talks, like, you know, have been stuff that I needed to hear in that time while I'm that exhausted. Because like there's a point somebody tells you something that you may need to hear, but you're not ready to accept it. But once you're like depleted of all energy, and somebody says something to you, it hits different. You know what I mean? And like I've gotten emotional sometimes, like and like went up to my head coach after and be like, dude, I don't know how you knew what to say, like the perfect things to say, just like, you know, dealing with stuff like, you know, maybe the day didn't go good that day or whatever, but you still made it to training. And then he says this after and it helps you, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so you're just like, damn, I'm so glad that I went, you know what I mean? And so you're looking across from these people that you don't know the names of, but they're tired. They see you breathing, you're breathing, like, you know, they're breathing. And it's just a bond that I feel like can't replace it. Yeah, you can't replace it unless you do that. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like, you know, army dudes that go to war with their home. I'm not saying it's anything like it. Like obviously that is the extreme. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, it's like going to war. It's not. But it's equivalent to like the feeling that you get. Even if you don't know that guy, I know that he was on my squad and I'll fucking take a bullet for him even though I don't know his name. You know what I mean? It's just the thing. If somebody's getting their car broken into outside the gym, you best believe there's going to be 20 people walking out there. And like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
well, first of all, if you're doing that, you
outside of a gym, that's crazy.
That's the last place you want to do it. You know? Either that or like outside of a Fred's Fish Fry.
Yeah. Well, it's easier because for they're in like a shopping mall. So it's like their gym and then there's a Alamo Draft House right next to it. And so that parking lot is like full of like all these cars from like not just the gym, but you
drinking
know,
and stuff,
and so there's people there. And so I'm pretty sure people see that as an opportunity, but it's just like, nah, you don't want to do that. There's only been one time when like my Muay Thai coach in the middle of class, like I think he thought that he got like his car got hit or something like that, and in the middle of a lesson, and they're like, whatever, blah blah blah. And so he starts going out and literally without any, he didn't ask anybody to do it, whatever. 5 or 6 dudes in the Muay Thai, what do we need to do? You know what I mean? Like, let's go outside, like type shit. But
if I were like in that group and like you know, all I got to do is put on a black belt, which you're not allowed to do, right? You can't just rep it. But like not even for like intimidation. That's like illegal, right?
I mean it's not illegal. It's just like frowned upon and stuff. Like you kind of see like anybody that's like it's like a stolen valor type shit. You know what I mean? It's like you didn't earn that. Like there's people that bleed for this shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so it's like a more of a respect thing. Like I'm not, and especially how you feel about yourself. Like I'm not even gonna like. I've never touched a blue belt. I've never touched a higher rank belt at all because that's not. Right. I'll touch it when it's on my waist. You know what I mean? Whenever
that's real nice. That's real nice.
And even at that, like there's a saying, it's like the belt only covers 2 inches of your ass. You got to cover the rest. And it's like don't matter what like belt you are, you still got to show up and do work. You know what I mean? Like I've seen blue belts get submitted by like. More higher ranking like white belts, and just because that white belt came to the fucking gym hungry that day, you know what I mean?
That's wild, bro. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
It is the most humbling thing you can possibly do. That, you know, one of those things, because like it's not like basketball, right? Like you're not getting your ass beat. Yeah, like this is kind of like a life or death type thing, you know. At least it's not, but like. If you take away the rules,
it's simulated fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. And then even like with jiu-jitsu, it's more like, you know, close quarter like contact and stuff, and you're up on people and everything, and so I don't know, man. It's just a respecting, like, you know, like
for sure.
You just have to show up and 1% better every day and stuff. But that's probably enough about jiu-jitsu. Then that's fine. Be wanting to hear about music probably, but
that's fine. I don't know. People show up for whatever, man. We talk about anything on here. Because the thing is, like, you're gonna go on another podcast after this one. Sometime. Yeah. It could be tomorrow. And you're gonna be talking only about music.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you can start just fucking. So, what am I interested, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Which I think you should talk about music. I'm just saying, you know, you're gonna have a lot of opportunities for that.
Yeah, for sure.
The perfect concert earplug is finally here, and it's made by Eargasm. You got your hearing. Let's protect that. Eargasm is stocked with many color options, and they boast up to 21 decibels of noise reduction. They also come with an extra pair of shells, one set of filters, and a carrying case for easy transport. Everyone's got them, and you can get them too at 10% off using the code TelloGuitar10 at checkout. Give your ears the happy ending they deserve. Eargasm. Let's go to a concert. And then y'all have the album coming out, right? It's official.
Yeah, it's official.
On December 5th?
Yeah, December 5th. It's official. We're gonna be. I think it's gonna be on the second day of that run that we're doing, the Christmas run that we're doing.
Oh yeah.
And so it's gonna come out on the second day of that tour. It's called Blood of the Bull. There's some songs that you've already heard on it, like Kill Shot, Another Ghost, Insatiable Hunger, and what else? Daywalker and Drag Through Glass.
I was gonna ask about that one.
Yeah, Daywalker and Drag Through Glass. So those are the ones that you've heard.
Because I don't think anyone knew what songs are gonna be on it. Like for sure.
And Kill Shot, actually.
And Kill Shot.
Kill Shot's gonna be on it. Yeah, just because, we released those singles, even though we
And Hand of God?
Yes, and Hand of God as well. And so just because we released those singles a long time ago, like we wanted to do something like for a while now, be like, oh, we want a collection of these singles and how do we package them and stuff like that. And then we ended up going with, let's just put them on the album and then write the other songs to fill it up. And then later on we have more stuff that's supposed to be coming out and stuff. I don't know how much I can say or whatever, but there is more, and so people are like, oh, it's a cop out because, they put the old songs on there, like, don't worry, you're gonna get your fix. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be more and stuff. We were fully prepared for that. And so that was basically the idea for it, and just, package those older singles with the newer stuff. And so I think there's going to be like 6 or 7 new songs or something like that on it.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool that y'all dropped a song on Halloween.
Yeah, that was fun.
Kind of got, and then that little girl, that's Ruben's niece.
Yeah, it's Ruben's niece. Yeah, she was
in the music video. For those who don't know, you're gonna watch it after this one. It's cool.
Yeah.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's
a cute little girl.
She's playing with like sand and stuff, but it's like kind of it's kind of representing disaster and all that stuff, kind of playing God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which that song is cool. Like. And everything. A lot of people were like, "Oh hell yeah, they're bringing back the heavy and like stuff like that." And so, there's a good mix of stuff like that.
I think so.
In this album, at least, there's some singing stuff. There's some really heavy stuff.
And all the vocals are 100%, or the cleans are 100% you, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, when Another Ghost came out, I was a little shocked because I'm not used to Upon being, having that little soft side, but I think it was necessary. It's relevant because the meaning of that song was it's prepared for people who are going through or experiencing struggles. More specifically, if they know someone who's going through some sort of addiction, could be drugs, could be alcohol, could be whatever, anything that leads you down a negative path, and it's about trying to save that person. So I think having that softness was I think that was really good.
A little necessary.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we could have went like the Lamb of God route and did like the Walk With Me in Hell, which is like, if you read those lyrics, that's like a love letter. Like that's like a love, that's about his wife.
Okay.
And but you listen to that song, it's fucking heavy, and it doesn't seem like it's like a, like a ballad type song. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. Like we wanted to write something that was kind of out of the ordinary for Upon fans, you know what I mean? And kind of grab some new people too as well.
Absolutely.
And like brought in our, the way I like to explain it, man, is like, you put Upon a Burning Body in this box or these sections that you think, whether we're deathcore or American metal or whatever you want to put us at, I feel like we'll take those boundaries and kind of push them a little bit. You know what I mean?
If you're not evolving, you're not growing, and then you're just being stagnant, and it's not good for anyone.
Yeah, it's kind of like, and once we feel like, because there's been some times where we're writing songs and we don't feel it because it feels like we're writing in a box and we're confined to like. And
then you get bored and it's just like, dude, I already wrote these riffs or something very similar. It's just
sound,
like, bro.
Yeah, it's like ultimately, bro, like I, for people to enjoy it, obviously is a huge part, but what's starting to mean more to us now is like what do we have fun playing live, and how does it make us feel, and stuff like that. We don't play some old songs too because of how they make some members feel, you know what I mean? And so that's just out of respect for them, and stuff like that. And so, you know, you just got to keep on pushing the boundaries, bro. They're
yeah, we're all humans, right?
Yeah.
We're not robots. We're not we're not that band at Chuck E. Cheese. Like we don't just play the same thing every year over year. You know, we have we have feelings. We have a history of whatever happened, and you know. Weird that I'm wearing a shirt with you on it.
No, it's all good, brother. I mean, there's at least it's a pretty all right photo. I mean, if it was like a weird face, then I don't know, maybe where you can use that for the thumbnail then.
That's gonna be good, yeah. 100%. Yeah. And then let's go off subject a little bit, man. Yeah. There's a lot of news going around, and it's official now. Tito.
Yeah.
We miss Tito.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so do I, man. Like, so Tito's my boy. First and foremost, there's no bad blood or anything like that, you know. He just had to handle some stuff in his life and get his life, you know, situated and stuff, and that would have taken time away from the band. And we're at a point right now where we can't really stop, you know. We have to keep on going, all like, you know, since we're independent, we have to. And
absolutely.
So we just, you know, we all made the mutual decision, you know, to step away and stuff like that, and him go focus on his life and do it. I think he's like going to school and stuff, starting a couple businesses and everything. Go. So that's great, man. I like Tito. I love you if you see this. And yeah, there's no hard feelings at all. Like, you know, we had to find he had to fly home, and we had to find a fill-in and stuff for the couple shows that we were gonna not have him. And our good friend JP from King 810, he used to tour manage us and do lights and stuff, and he was just overall hoss dog, and he knows all the songs already, and so we called him in like 6 hours. I called Xavier too. I called Steve. I was like, wow, yo, we need somebody, and Xavier was down and everything.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah. He was even saying, he was like, dude, it would have been fucking insane, because his first show playing with us would have been in San Antonio. So it was like, cool, hometown show, biggest show probably of the run, and then you're gonna, and so we're just gonna throw him in the fire real quick. But JP was like, I can do it, but I can only go to Houston. And then so Houston was the day before San Antonio. So we're like,
this JP, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't he in the band previously?
No, he wasn't. No,
I thought he was. I don't know.
JP's we just know him from he tours and plays drums for King 810. So that's how we know him. Just mutual friends, and then playing a couple shows together, and then he wanted to like work for us, and so we took him out a couple times, or a lot of times actually, and he's great, and saved our ass, man. Like literally 6 hours notice, he was on a flight going over there, and we had, which
I find crazy, like to learn every song, you know, in a matter.
So he knew about 70 or 80% of the set already, right? And then we had Daywalker. I mean, we had Drag Through Glass, and there was another song that I forgot which other.
Like a new song?
I think it was Dragged and Daywalker. I think it might have been both of those. I'm not too sure. My memory's fuzzy, but he had to learn 2 songs, and he did it, and he learned it on the plane and came back and fucking ripped. He's probably one of the best drummers, like just natural raw talent. And he's one of those guys that like, he's a performer. He's really, really performative. So like he looks good drumming, and like it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen Morgan from Seven Dust. You know who Seven Dust is?
I've seen Seven Dust.
So their drummer is very like performative, and like sometimes every time I've seen them, I always just end up just watching him, just because of how much he goes off. He's like a really good.
He's like an octopus.
Yeah, a couple drummers can do that, where they just completely steal the show, and it's like, oh, they look so good doing it that you kind of just gravitate towards them. But he's one of those guys.
That's cool, man.
do like stick tricks and stuff like that. Not anything like crazy fancy, like how
like Luke Holland back in the day.
Yeah, or like anything like that, but like really cool stuff. Like, you know, there's like parts on for King, because we had toured with them too. So there's parts for King that he does like stuff, and he kind of he'll do like emphasizing the lyrics but with his sticks and stuff.
Oh,
it's like
wild,
it's cool. Yeah,
bro.
there's a line that says like, I am Christ crucified on the T or whatever, and he does like the cross on
that's
his
cool,
head,
man.
and like just little stuff like that kind of makes it,
adds
you know
up.
what I mean? Like it kind of makes it like, oh dude, this guy's performing, and he has a
Yeah.
mask on and shit, and he's going crazy. And so yeah, he came in and did it, and then he was like, I can only go to Houston. And so we called Juan, which we call him PB, but that's Nick.
That's the one I'm thinking of. I'm sorry.
You're thinking about PB.
Yes,
then.
but he wasn't a pawn, right? Prior.
Yes, yeah,
okay,
he was
okay.
the very first drummer for a pawn. He was the very first drummer before they got signed and got Raymond, which is everybody knows him as Cocos.
Okay.
They got Raymond once that first album dropped, and so but yeah, PB was in the band for that period of time, and then he kept on playing drums and stuff, you know, throughout the years and everything. And then we give him a call. He's like, yeah, I can do it. Like, let me just learn the stuff. And it was cool because JP, with JP filling in for us for like those 4 days or whatever it is, he got to, you know, he had 4 days to learn the song. So it wasn't like we were going to just throw him into the fire. You know what I mean? And so he had a couple days to learn the set. Still, man, like learning a headliner set it wasn't a headliner set. It was like a 45-minute set. So like a 45-minute set.
Because y'all were playing with
Nonpoint. Yeah, with Nonpoint. Shout out to Nonpoint too. Those guys are amazing.
Which I want to say, dude,
cool.
those vlogs were kind of cool.
Oh yeah, you like those?
Yeah, I saw all 3.
Oh, sweet.
Is there going to be more of that?
There should be. I did all the editing on those. Those are fun.
What do you use, like DaVinci Resolve?
I use a combination of things. I use like I mean, it depends what I'm working on. So like the band laptop, I'll use I think Final Cut and like CapCut or something like that. Just depends on what I'm doing. And then at home, I'll use like Adobe Premiere or something like that. So
I was wondering why you're not in a lot of the shots.
Yeah, I can
like
I can use all 3. Yeah, well, usually, I mean, we have a guy that films, and so it's either Ruben or our homie that films, and so he'll just film everything depending on
that's cool.
depending on who we have, and so he's usually the guy behind the camera, but yeah, to avoid problems like that, because there was a time where only Ruben was filming, and then it would be like, well, I'm not ever in the fucking thing, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, okay,
we want to see that smile.
Yeah. So we need a guy to just film everything, and shout out to John, shout out to Wayne. Those are the 2 guys that have came out and did that. But yeah.
Who's that guy that was playing golf? Who's that guy that?
Okay, so
he's random to me. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
He's funny though.
You're talking about the Alabama Samurai right now. All right? You're talking about Ryan. So Ryan has been a friend of the band since like the Mayhem days, because that's when he first saw them, was on Mayhem, the Mayhem Festival. And so like 2014, I think, right? I want to say. And then he's known them since then. And when I joined the band, that's when he started driving for us. So he was like, hey, I got some free time. My job's letting me go. He was already just like a really good friend. And so he's like, hey, can I go on the road with y'all? Blah, blah, blah. We're like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. So he went, and he was driving most of the time, but he wasn't the driver. You know what I mean? And some of us would drive and stuff, but then he just started like, nah, I'll drive. And then he's like, nah, I'll drive. And then, you know, we started having to implement like a schedule, be like, okay, well, if you're going to be doing this, then you can't be staying up for the whole fucking show and then trying to drive us 6 hours. Like, that's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to sleep because we're just scared that we're going to die. You know what I mean? And so you got to go to sleep when we get to the venue and all that stuff. Started having like schedules and stuff. And he's great, man. Ryan's literally the best. He's one of those dudes that, you know, will take the shirt off of his back. Literally, I've seen him do it. He takes the shirt off his back. If you're bleeding or something, he's like, shit, I got you, bro. Boom.
That's lit.
Why? Because you needed it. You know what I mean? And like I've been dead broke, and he's given me some food money, and you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah.
Just and it's not even like he's just, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like he's the man. He's an older guy. Dude, but
put him in more videos, dude. He's funny.
He's fucking hilarious. That's just a little taste of what like.
Does he live in San Antonio?
No, he lives in Michigan. Oh yeah, he's from Michigan, but he lives in Alabama. Yeah, yeah, but we call him the Alabama Samurai because when he walks around with his flip flops on. He has socks on as well. He always rocks socks and flip flops. He doesn't. We
all know one guy.
Yeah. He doesn't like his feet to be bare or whatever. I guess it's just some kind of thing that he has with himself. But
the inner tourist of him.
Yeah. But yeah, he's the best. He gets us from A to B. Every day I get to wake up at like a Planet Fitness or something. So like basically the whole like the rundown of the schedule would be like we get to the venue. If we're headlining, then we'll sound check and he'll stay up for sound check just to kind of see, you know what I mean? And then once we do like our meet and greet and stuff, that's when usually he'll go and hit the hay. And then he'll go to sleep until about maybe right before we play, or sometimes he won't even wake up at all. He'll just wake up after. And then he'll wait for us to load in and load up, and then load out rather. Get all the stuff in the trailer, hit the road, and then I'll go to sleep and wake up at a Planet Fitness.
That's
in the morning.
pretty nice.
It's like I said earlier, I'm not gonna tour unless I have this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like if the situation isn't as good as that, then I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm getting older and shit. So I want to be comfortable when I'm on the road, you know, and like I've paid my dues, brother. I've been doing this since I was 14. So all the vans you can think about, all the gutter seats that I've been in, sleeping, like the back, it doesn't matter. I've done it all. You know?
Yeah.
And so I feel like I deserve a little bit of comfort. You know what I'm saying? And then the guys are older too, and so you know, you don't want to be, you know, like pushing 40 and trying to be in a van. You know what I mean? It's hard. So luckily we're fortunate enough to own that vehicle that we have. Mm-hmm. It does give us a lot of problems, but we're practically diesel mechanics.
Because everyone's got a mechanic shirt on.
Yeah, we're basically diesel mechanics at this fucking point. Like, it's kind of like a meme if we'll get to the next show, you know?
Yeah, I see that a lot.
For people with their fucking vans and stuff. So hopefully we could upgrade. But it's weird because it'll just be small little things that'll just turn into big shit. But
for sure,
it's we've never actually had like a crazy major repair, like, you know, transmission blowout or engine like fucking fuck off or whatever the hell is. Like, it's been like turbo hoses slipping off and so we lose power, or like hoses busting, or we got like a little leak, or whatever the case is. Like, and then with those Mercedes.
I'm out of coffee.
Oh shit.
Let's continue this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a beer real quick.
Yeah, go for it, brother.
All right. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're all good. No, you're all good, man. Gotta refill.
Talking about the van, bro.
Yeah, the van. Like I said, it gives us a lot of problems, but it gets us from A to B, and we know how to fix it, and so.
Y'all are men.
It is what it is.
Y'all are men,
dude.
man.
It's taken a lot of learning, for sure. There's been times where we've opened up the hood and just all of us are like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so then you got to do your research and start Googling and asking around and stuff, and you end up
AI maybe going like on chat or
something like that,
Grok or something.
Yeah, see, that's where AI could probably help out. You know,
I agree. I use AI for like utilities.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like if I need to know something like right now, instead of spending 3 hours of Google, AI got my back every day.
Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes I've noticed though, like with Google AI, like when it'll pop up the thing, sometimes some of that information might be like wrong because they're thinking about a different subject.
But that's when you got to be like, you got to clarify.
You got to use your intuition. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, this thing's probably just, you know.
I'll turn on AI. What's her name? Like Ara on Grok. Yeah, Ara or Ara, did I say right? Yeah. And then I'll put on speaker and I will just lay out everything that I'm doing. Yeah. This is the story. Hey, I'm going on a podcast with Mr. Alvarez on this day. By the way, I don't ask AI about topics. I'm just giving you an example just for entertainment purposes. Yeah. Like, what should we talk about? He's in a pond and burning bite at San Antonio, Texas, and I just go down the list.
Oh, okay,
right?
cool. Yeah, I got you.
y'all have a van? It's like a white van, like one of those pedophile vans.
No,
or like
a pedophile van. That's crazy. No, it's a Mercedes Freightliner Sprinter.
Oh, a Sprinter. Okay,
that's
cool.
It's a Sprinter. It's
Respect, dude. Respect.
Yeah. It has bunks and shit. Now that I'm explaining it, after you said the pedophile van, it kind of feels weird. I'm like, yeah, it has bunks and shit. No,
Whoa.
No, it has about like 6 or 7 bunks for all of us to sleep and everything like that. It has a little lounge area. It's not,
that's comfy.
It's not the biggest thing in the world,
but that's comfy. Though.
Hey, man, it's like I said, it's better than being in a fucking van and
like a van.
Yeah, like an actual, Ford 350 or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go to the restroom? Actually,
yeah, go ahead.
My bad, bro. I don't mean.
No, you're good. We'll cut this part. You can come around this way.
Come around this way.
Yeah. And just watch out for those wires down there. Yeah, you got that.
Where's the restroom in here?
Yeah. Make a U-turn on the left.
Right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel free to use that cold plunge if you want.
Oh, okay, sweet. Damn, you got the cold plunge. That's crazy.
I went on a run today, like literally right before you came here.
Yeah.
I went on a run, not that long because I was pushing time, and then I do the run. It could be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, and then I'll do red light.
Okay.
And then I'll do cold plunge in that order. Why? Because AI told me.
Okay.
I'm just like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I don't know any of this stuff, bro. I'm just figuring this out as we go.
Yeah, cold plunge.
Have you tried that?
No, but I'm not opposed to it. I just know that I'm gonna freak out.
It's
for
scary.
Sure. I just know I'm gonna freak out. I don't really do cold too much. Like I don't do too good in the cold, but I feel like it would be something. It would be like one of those learning experiences type shit, like where you try to see how far you could push your body. Like I don't know if you've ever done that. Like I mean, going back to like martial arts and stuff. Like I've done that plenty of times where like I was so tired I couldn't even lift up my hands or like stuff like that. And that's when you learn about yourself right there. You know what I mean? And in those moments and stuff. So I'm pretty sure I would have those same thoughts going in there. It's like my body's
You're supposed to.
I'm dying.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
You're freezing right now.
Like I'll be in there for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm already used to it. Like once you do it one time, you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah. I feel you.
The first time you get in there, bro, it's the worst. Like the first like 45 seconds is probably bad, but after that, like as long as you stay still, like you'll be okay. Once you move, the water starts moving around. Like everything inside just gets like times 10.
Yeah, there's like I know there's some that have moving water, like they have jets in them. And so that's probably
that should be illegal.
Yeah, I was like, that's probably the worst one. Like, just staying in there and fucking try not to die.
If you ever want to try it, you got a spot. Just let me know.
I'll let you
after a workout.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know where I live too, so
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll just leave a key under the mat or something. But yeah, no, that's funny. Damn, bro. Yeah, you're going on a Texas tour pretty soon here. A little tour. Are there any? Well, nothing's been announced yet. Like for 2026.
No, nothing's been announced, but I mean, I could say like a few things. I mean, I
you can say it. Go back home, ask Danny or Ruben. Say, hey, I talked about that, and then let me know. I'll cut it.
No, yeah. So we have the December run, and then we usually take like January, February off. Just because Danny doesn't really like to tour in those winter months. One, because it's hard to stay healthy,
understandable,
and then don't get me started on like the ice situation on like the roads and stuff. That's crazy, and so we don't ever do like full U.S. runs in those months. That's kind of like an off period for us, and so we'll probably just relax a little bit, take some time off, kind of figure out what we're doing with the other releases that we have after the album, and then because I don't know really how long it's supposed to be in between, when the album releases to when we're gonna do more and stuff, but it shouldn't be too much long, to too long and stuff, but
maybe like the first half of the year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, most likely around that time. Yeah, for sure.
Are you also doing meet and greets?
Yeah. We're doing meet and greets.
That's cool, man. Yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah, they're cool. You get to really like, and the way we do it too is kind of like not like a normal like meet and greet. Like the people that always come to our those are they usually say like, oh, this is way more than we get with like other bands or whatever. Because we saw actually the first people we saw do it was Kitty, the band Kitty.
Yeah.
We played a couple shows with them in like Dallas and Atlanta and stuff, and it was just like a couple one-off dates, and super sick band, super sick people. We saw them doing their meet and greet, and they were just, it looked like they were just hanging out. Like it was all the members kind of scattered around, and whoever wanted to be a part of that circle, like the members are just kind of, you know, walking around, mingling and stuff like that. Cool. And then we ended up seeing Mushroom Head kind of do the same thing, and we were like, maybe there's something here, you know what I mean? It gets a little bit more personable. So like what we do is,
and there was a pool table in one of those rooms, right? I saw that.
Yeah, and so what we do is we'll have them all be in a line. We'll come sign all your stuff, and then once the line's done, sign all the stuff, take photos, and then once the line's done, now we're just hanging. So there's no line at all, and I'll go up to a couple people and just talk, you know what I mean? And so
until you run out of stuff to say.
Yeah,
Dude, I went on a meet and greet one time with Asking Alexandria.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was fun, but after a while, the drummer, Castle.
Yeah.
He was just like, "What do y'all want to talk about?"
Yeah.
We're just like, "I don't know. We're here for you, bro."
Oh yeah, that's.
But he's funny. He said like in a funny way. He's like, I don't know, like they told us to be here.
Yeah. I learned real quick. That I'm horrible at small talk because like if I don't know somebody, then I'll struggle with something to say. You know what I mean? But there's a few go-tos that I like. You know, what do you do? How long have you been listening to the band? Is this your first time seeing us? Yeah. Is this your first time seeing us? You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like those, and then when you ask, like if you have like 3 or 4 people in front of you, then that usually passes up the time, and then you kind of talk some more, or they'll ask you a couple questions. I usually like, what do you want to ask me? You know what I mean? And they'll usually, you know, say what's on their mind and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody like weird or anything yet. Oh, there was a couple. There's like a person in Houston. There's a couple in Houston that was a little weird.
We all know those Houston guys.
Yeah.
I can name 3.
But hey,
cool.
Thank you for coming though. I mean, I appreciate you paying for the meet and greet and stuff. Even if you were weird, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Were they like self-aware that they knew they were weird, or was it just like
not at all?
Those are the best. I'm so jealous of those guys.
Just everything is cool. Everything is normal.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah.
I'm so jealous of those types of people who just don't care or just don't know.
I was looking at my photographer like, get me out of here.
Yeah. That's funny though.
I love everybody though, man. If you're a fan of the band and stuff like that, I appreciate it all.
100%.
Like I'm not trying to
No.
I don't know if it comes across as like,
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, it's just being real. That guy was kind of weird.
And I'm sure that weird guy knows a weirder guy.
Yeah.
And he feels the same way about that weirder guy.
For sure.
Which is
He made me feel that way. So yeah.
Hey, we've all been there. But that sounds kind of fun. Like going to a meet and greet, like everyone's like excited to meet you.
Yeah.
It's not like any other job, right? Like any other job, like people can just be like whatever, like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that I even chose this line of work too, man, because I'm probably the most socially like anxiety-filled person that there is. I could put up a good front and like be personable and like talk and stuff like that, but you know, if I go to shows that I'm not playing, and there's not like a release of energy out there, like I'll get hella anxious. Like even though I'm around all my friends, you know what I mean? Like it's just something that I've always struggled with. Even like I've had severe stage fright, like even for Buried, and so it's kind of like being a vocalist kind of helped me, you know, break out of that. And not I mean, I don't think I've ever really like truly broken out of it, because there's been times like we played Sonic Temple last I don't know when it was, like a couple months ago, and the last Sonic Temple that they had, and you know, you walk out and it's a big crowd, you know what I mean, or like a Rockville crowd or something like that, like you walk out and you're like, oh fuck, it's big, man, you know what I mean, and being able to experience that and like take it all in and appreciate it and you know, have the mental capacity to like take my anxiety out of it and be like, I guess what gets me comfortable up there is like ultimately like if I'm feeling nervous, I can close my eyes and say, I'm supposed to be here because I worked really hard to be here, and I have the talent to be here, and I'm with my brothers doing it, so I shouldn't.
It wasn't by an
fear.
accident.
Yeah, like I shouldn't have a fear of going out there and ripping. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like go out there and fucking rip. Like sometimes you just have to really like
Analyze, how did I get here?
put on that showman face, bro,
that too,
and just do it. And then also, analyze, like, dude, like I can tell you a whole bunch of stories, like horror stories about when I've wanted to quit and like all this stuff from
Quit Casket or upon
music in general, brother. Like I've wanted to quit several times, dude. But to me, this not working, like whether it's playing in a band or writing music or any of that stuff, to me, at a young age, this not working was not an option. Like, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure that I get to do this. You know what I mean? And like I said, even if it's not playing music, I don't think I'll ever stop writing. I don't think I'll ever stop singing. Like, you know what I mean? And so, or maybe hopefully if I'm fortunate enough to get farther in this music career and then be able to share my knowledge with other bands that were in the same position that I was in, and I you know what I mean, like management or
a consultant
or something
whatever,
like that, or something on the back end, like because that stuff excites me too, like doing it for a pawn. It's cool, bro. Whenever we had an idea at fucking breakfast, and 2 months later, there's something on our stage that is the idea that we said, or we have or like how that another Ghost video. We were going to Atlanta already, and we didn't even know our wardrobe, what it was going to be. That whole idea of the names on the shirts,
which was really nice
and stuff. That whole idea. That whole idea came about legit a day before while we were eating. Like
who brought it up? Can we say? Or was it?
I really don't even know. We were just kind of spitballing, like, what are we gonna wear, and what can we do that's a contrast from
Not the suits anymore.
No, like no. We knew that Kill Shot was gonna be like military kind of, you know, whatever, with the vest, and we had that bought already, and we were like, what are we gonna do for the second video? And so we're like, well, for a contrast, like I don't know how it came about or whatever, but we were like, you know, somebody had said, what if we wear, or what if we put our names of the
those suffering
on our on like our instruments, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like why don't we put the names of everybody on our instruments? And then somebody was like, why don't we wear all white and put them on our clothes, and then do that and stuff. And so we were like, okay, well that's cool too. So we go to the mall and we get all these white clothes, and then you know, all this paint and stuff like that. And we ended up buying like a whole bunch of instruments that were like dummy instruments, because we knew that it was gonna rain, and or that we were gonna have rain in the video. And so we were like, okay, we're not going to use our instruments. So we bought some like cheap
Guitar Center, like less than $100.
Yeah,
type
like
guitar.
yeah, not even Guitar Center. Like I think it was Facebook Marketplace or something. Like I went to go pick up the drum set like before. It was like some soccer moms like just had it.
Little
you know
had
what
it
I mean?
for since Christmas, and now he doesn't want to play anymore.
Exactly.
Now he's playing basketball.
Yeah, and then the bass that I used was this woman's brother's bass. She ended up telling us the story whenever we got it, and she was like, what are y'all gonna use this for? And we're like, oh, we're just gonna, you know, do a music video. We're on our way over there right now and stuff like that.
Which is a wild thing to say to a stranger.
Just small talk. Yeah, I know. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird how we get put in some weird conversations, like where we tell too much to people that we just don't know, you know? Yeah. but yeah, so she's like, what are y'all gonna do with the instrument? She's like, he was my brother's and he passed away, and so we're just looking to sell the stuff and all that, and we were like, oh, we'll take care of it. At first I was gonna like, I had the idea of like destroying the bass and stuff, and then once she told me that, I was like,
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. And it had a soul, you know what I mean?
For
it
sure.
had somebody's soul was in it. Somebody played it. And grabbing it, you could. Some stuff holds energy, you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? You step on there's certain stages that you step on. It's like, holy fuck, like you could feel it. You know what I mean? Like so and so played here, or the greats that play. Like we sold out Chain Reaction a couple years ago, and just being on that stage, I was like, dude, I've seen the Bury Your Dead fucking music a video here. I've seen all this stuff here. You know what I mean? Like like there's
like you have to remind yourself that like you kind of deserve to be here.
Yeah, like you feel it and stuff is the energy. And so with that being said, we just painted it and then did the writing. And I still actually my mom has it in her house, like probably hanging up or something. Like nice. She has like a little wall of or like a hallway. Kind of like this, but it's a hallway that has all of our stuff on it.
All
like,
the
like posters, and
all
stuff.
The memorabilia from your history, from everything.
Yeah, it's cool. She's so proud of it too. She's
so cool.
She's like,
that's so cool.
Yeah, she's like, I need something else for my wall or whatever.
It'd be cool if y'all can
cool.
auction something, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we use this guitar in a video or
whatever.
We're
thinking about so we all kept. The only thing we didn't keep was the drum set. The drum set stayed over there, but. We kept the guitars. We kept both guitars and stuff. And Ruben has his, and we're kind of just like holding on to it. And we have the vests too from the Kill Shot thing. They smell so bad, but
fine. But nobody cares.
They smell so bad, but they're there. And so we're thinking about, I don't know, this. We're fucking a band full of dreamers. So we'll spout off random shit that may never come true or whatever, but we were like, how cool would it be to have these things in like how Slipknot does it, like for Knot Fest, they'll have a trailer and you walk into it and it's like a museum, you know what I mean? Cool. They have like Corey's old mask or Clown's old mask or Joey's drum set or whatever the case is. And so little shit like that would just be in storage anyway. That would be really
like, cool.
Have people walk through it and kind of be able to do it. If people care, like that's the thing. We're not like, oh, people are gonna want to see. Like, we're just like, if that's cool, then it's cool. If not, then it's my mom has it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, I'd rather it be with her. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And she looks at it and it can feel proud. You know what I mean? Then that's awesome too.
Yeah. Dude, was there like a time that you met someone like famous, like from music, and you were just like, you were so starstruck you couldn't even believe it?
Yeah. Yes. Several times actually. There was one time I was standing. I didn't even meet him. This is how crazy it is. I didn't even meet him. I was just standing next to him, and it was fucking Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. And so we were playing. Playing Sonic Temple.
This year?
Because Metallica played that year. So we're playing Sonic Temple, and we get done, and we're on the Metallica day. So we're like, dude, of course we're gonna go fucking see Metallica. There's an artist lounge that's right next to the main stage, and so we were there getting drinks or whatever. I'll drink like during festivals and stuff. Like for some reason, I call it Festival Tom. I'll just have a few drinks and just fucking let loose.
Yeah,
you
know
what
I mean?
And
time and place.
And so when Festival Tom comes out, goes to the bar, comes back, and the security. Well, I'm trying to get into the arena part because they're about to play. So I'm trying to get into the arena. The security's like, not right now, guys. Y'all are gonna be able to go, but just wait right now because Metallica's gonna be doing their walkout. So we're like, okay. So they stop everybody. Like they stop no matter who you are. Mike,
sure.
and that's when I noticed. I was like, Mike Shinoda's right there, like right here.
So if they didn't freeze time, you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known because there was a whole bunch of. I mean, dude, you're backstage at those places, so like you tend to kind of not to not freak out. If you're one of those types of people that get starstruck and stuff like that, to not freak out, just don't even pay attention that everybody's there. Like I was behind, I was getting a drink and fucking Hailstorm. Lizzie was right there and talking to somebody, and she just got off stage with Alice Cooper and you know what I'm saying? And so like, if you're one of those people, then you kind of just have to tune it out. But I kind of like being like, oh shit, like, oh, this is cool. Like when you go to catering and like, fucking one time we played and
this is like in like what room is this? Like is it
it's just like an artist like lounge, like
okay.
like so like if this is the stage, oh my bad, I'm sorry.
you're good.
I'm sorry. So like if this is the stage, it would just be like a lounge. It's like
Oh,
back
okay.
here. So like this is all backstage area that like all the people in the festival that are.
I'm trying to see your hands.
No,
the
yeah,
camera.
so it's like this is like the thing in the festival for like all the bands that are playing that festival can just stay back here and stuff like that. So just a little backstage area, a little tiny like lounge area. It's usually open.
Yeah.
And then you just go get a couple drinks. Sometimes they'll be just like tips only, so you can like there. It's not. It's an open bar. You just got to tip them. You know. And that's cool.
That's
too.
real nice.
Yeah, Danny Wimmer.
Are a lot of festivals like that? Where they have a lounge
The
like that for the
DW
guys?
festivals are the Danny Wimmer festivals. Yeah, like those are pretty legit. Like he does Louder Than Life, Aftershock, all the major ones that you hear about, Rockville, Sonic Temple. He does all those, and
That's
so
nice.
that's like his production company.
Yeah.
But yeah, they always treat us really well.
It's like y'all's version of the festival, like enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then also you go to catering and it's kind of like high school, but like everybody's kind of like famous. You know what I mean? Like you go
A little
and, like,
different.
oh, dude. Chelsea Grin's sitting right there, and then Powerman 5000's
Yeah, those are the cool kids. We're not allowed over there.
And then freaking, this last time, I saw fucking Fred Durst and Jelly Roll walks in.
Jelly Roll?
Yeah, Jelly Roll walks in. This was I wasn't playing for a pawn at that time. Whenever Jelly Roll was playing, but I was filling in for In This Moment. I played bass for them a couple shows.
Shut up.
Like 10 shows, I think. Yeah, shout out In This Moment. Yeah, they let me fill in and stuff.
That's cool.
So that was fun. Yeah, that was cool. That was like my first bus experience too, where like they're on like another level. They're playing like, like small arena type things,
Yeah.
or like convention centers, or like stuff like that. And so there's like 5,000 to 8,000 people, like, cap rooms. And then we got to play Sonic Temple with them, and it was really cool because it was basically me and my homie Alex. My homie Alex plays for a band called Dead. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Mm-mm.
They're out of Arizona. Really cool, like metalcore band and stuff like that. They're the shit, and they're the homies too. And he calls me because he's already filling in for In This Moment, and he calls me and he's like, "Hey, we need you. Hey, can you come by?" And so it ended up being me and him playing with just the drummer and Maria for that Sonic Temple. So we were the backbone of that show, and it felt good. You know what I mean? It felt cool to do that and show up whenever they needed somebody. And I was almost gonna not do it because I was scared. You know what I mean? I was like, this is big shit. I got to fly out. My first time being on a plane too. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I had to fly out to Myrtle Beach.
Which airline?
Southwest.
There we go.
Southwest.
Oh,
So-
you made it.
yeah. And then fly out to Myrtle Beach, and then hop on the bus with them, and then go do the next 10 shows, and then fly back from Nashville into Texas and stuff. But
Congratulations, man.
thank you, man. It was really fun, and shout out to all those guys. I just saw them when they came by. They played the Tech Port here not too long ago with like Dayseeker and
Yes.
stuff.
I was
And
gonna ask about that.
yeah. I was there just hanging out, and I love all the Randy and Travis and Chris, Maria, all of them, Kurt, everybody.
But you didn't play that show.
No, I didn't play.
You
I
were
was
just
just
there.
I was just there hanging out.
Yeah.
I was hanging out, just say what's up and everything. And
That's
so,
nice.
Yeah, their crew and everybody is so nice and professional, and yeah, they're all great. Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Does Danny ever have anything like that where he gets to like feature like on stage with like someone that you know of?
Not on stage, but he did that band Dead that I was just mentioning.
Oh, okay.
He's on their new record. He did a
Nice.
song with them, and then I think the only time he's ever actually like filled in for a band like that would be a long time ago. He filled in for As Blood Runs Black.
Oh yes.
And whenever their vocalist left, he filled in for them, and he did like a whole tour, I think, with doing vocals for them. And he kind of, I talked to him about it too whenever I was going, in that time where I was about, man, I don't know, like, because I got off the phone with Chris from In This Moment, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. Like I got to learn all these songs. I don't even really jam them too much. Like, and then started jamming the songs, and I was like, well, it's pretty straightforward. Like, I just have to know the structure of the songs and stuff, and everything else is kind of like pretty straightforward. It's not like I'm trying to play Meshuggah or something. It's pretty straightforward notes and stuff. And so I got a little bit more confidence, and I called Danny and was like, like, what should I do? Sometimes I call them for like sometimes business stuff, or like just, hey, have you been in this situation? Like, what should I do? Or even if he hasn't, or even if Ruben hasn't, just kind of just
get their wisdom,
picking their brain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he might say something that I'm not thinking about it in a different way. And that's what I love about us, is that when we're trying to figure out a solution to a problem, we all think differently. And so, Danny can be looking at it as like the financial side of things, like what's gonna like help us retain the most money, and like say if we need to buy like a prop or something like that, it's like, okay, we have all of our minds on it. He's gonna want to go for the option that's like, the most cost effective and stuff, and then Ruben's gonna go for what is like actually like logistically able to happen, like depending on what it is, like if it's lights or something, like can we put them up every day, and like blah blah blah, like using that his logistics side. And then for me, I'll just kind of take both of what they're saying and kind of find like a middle ground or whatever, because sometimes they're on two opposite spectrums. And then I have to be the kind of person to like go in there and be like, maybe like, there's good stuff on both sides. Like, let's try to meet in the middle. And we're always good about that. And so I'd have no complaints there as far as like the communication of the band. I feel like it's the best it's ever been, as far as like everybody knows what everybody's thinking and we're on the same page. Like if there's a time, like we've had many talks on tour, like, hey, is something wrong? Or, do we need to do something else, or whatever's going on as far as like how we're running shit or what's going on. We'll have conversations like that all the time, and that's, I feel like that's what makes the difference between, having a family band that is just like, I could go in here and like take orders, or I can like be a part of this, and so I was just grateful that they chose the latter, and that I can, be a part and kind of have my own opinion on things and stuff. And
yeah,
so that's always good. But yeah, us three as a dynamic kind of work that way. Like we all think about things differently. So come and find a little meeting ground.
Which is crazy, because you don't hear a lot about where everyone, I think Chevelle, but other than them, I think a lot of bands that they're not related directly. And I was watching it's good that like y'all have that relationship like super tight, but I was watching the vlogs. It was kind of funny. It's just what I saw. Like you see a little Ruben and Danny kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
But like jokingly, but
yeah.
But
it's like, it's super playful like that all the time. Like it's never really like too serious, and then even when it is, it's not like,
But they'll make a comment like, I already said that or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, because that's kind of real. Like that's how brothers should act.
No, yeah, it's yeah. Oh, you're talking about when we're like, oh, we're here the first day or whatever. He's like, yeah, I already said that.
Yeah.
That's more of like, kind of like Danny playing it up for the joke and stuff like that. And so we know like when the camera's on and stuff, like, you can kind of poke at people a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Right. Like at this point, like, there's less care because like you're trying to see that other side, or the real side of the band.
Yeah, and I like that too, that we're able to show that, and because we're naturally like easygoing guys, we're like we laugh a lot, like us in the crew. Like if you're in our van at any given time, like somebody's laughing, or we're doing quotes, like movie quotes or something like that, like and so it's really fun, and I can't complain, man. It's like I've been in situations where the communication isn't always like the best, you know what I mean? And so whenever that happens, especially on tour, man, if you have a problem with like one of your band members while you're on tour, it like amplifies it like by 20, you know what I mean? Because
now you're under circumstances.
Yeah, and now I have
to put you under the fire.
And now I have to be in a van with you, and now every single thing that you do, I'm gonna fucking pick at it. You know what I mean? Like.
Which I'm very like. Did they say why they your brothers? Did they say like why they picked you over like a new bassist? Like, did you volunteer first? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it was a thing of like, he's good enough to play the parts, and we don't have to. Don't have to
pay him.
No, yeah, right. You'll do this shit for free. No,
because you're brother. I'm not saying like, I'm not saying you're worthless. I'm just saying you're a family. It's like a family business.
No, I got you.
Thank you.
No, it's not like that. I definitely get paid, but
that's pretty good.
But yeah, like what was I saying? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
You're good. No, why they picked you because
Okay.
you're good. You're good.
It was a point of I could play the songs, and then it was another point of now that I can some of the parts that I'm singing we could do live now, and then also they don't have to like learn or get to know another personality. You know what I mean?
Less liability.
They've known me all my life. They know that I'm not gonna fuck off and
right.
get drunk and do all and I feel like since I did come in like that, I respected the fact of like, okay, look, I'm joining this band. This band's already a well-oiled machine. I'm just trying to come in and be another cog in that machine and hopefully not fuck anything up. And so whenever I came, I was just like, yo, like, I'll do whatever y'all need me to do, like at this point. And so that's the way it was. And it just seemed easier for them to choose me because one, I could sing, I could play the parts, and then they don't need to actually have somebody, and I'm in town, you know what I mean? It's not like finding somebody or whatever. And so, that's pretty much how it
makes a lot of sense.
How it happened. Yeah. And then I was just gonna start, I was already writing for them and all that stuff on that record, and it just made the most sense. Like,
it sounded like you were like a contractor up to COVID.
Yeah, I mean, up until that point,
which I'm very surprised. Yeah, like why weren't you in it? But Cold Casket, I get it now.
I was really focused on Cold Casket whenever we were, all pedal to the metal and stuff, and which
I mean, Cold Casket, I like a lot of songs. I like metalcore, so like I listen to a lot of y'all songs, man. And the riffs on a lot of them. Who was that? You or was that?
Well, like probably on for Cold Casket stuff. Yeah, it's like Xavier and Lou for sure. Like they smash it on the riff. Xavier, I think, wrote a lot of the riffs.
Who wrote Answer? The song Answer. I love that. I love whoever wrote the riffs.
I think that was Xavier for sure.
We'll give everyone credit.
Yeah, we'll give everybody credit, but Xavier wrote those riffs, I think. Yeah. He's a little hoss, man. He's a little hoss. He can do it all.
That's amazing.
Guy's crazy.
I talked to him one time, but I felt bad because I didn't know his name. I did know his name, but I forgot his name.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, what was your name? But like, I knew in the back of my head, but I was kind of like, it was at Kublai Khan. I'm excited. And then I'm talking to Xavier for the first time ever. And then I'm Lou's working on the bartending, and then I'm meeting Chris Moore for the first time, and then him swap numbers, and then it was just a lot happening. So Xavier, if you're watching, like I didn't forget I knew your name, but I was just trying to make small talk, man. I'm just trying to be like like a normal person. In this environment that's kind of foreign to me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What let me interview you, man. What's your history? What's going on? Like where do you you were in bands and stuff too, right? Or no? You just play guitar?
So I play. I can play guitar. I can play drums. Been a while. I'm a little rusty. Give me like 3 months and I can pick it back up if I need to. Double pedal too.
Yeah.
I'm not like Xavier. Xavier's not on the level, but I'm just saying.
But you were in like the music scene and stuff like back in the day.
No.
Like, how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Okay, cool.
I'm your
age.
Around
my age. Okay, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I'm sorry. 31. I just turned 31 on October 30th.
Cool.
When's your birthday?
January.
Okay, and then you'll be turning 31?
I'll be turning 30.
30 in January. Yeah. Oh, let's go.
The dirty 30.
On what day?
The 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost a New Year's baby, but didn't quite make it out.
Yeah. You want? Yeah. That's cool, man.
But yeah, dude. Like, I mean.
Yes, I mean, I was in a band.
Okay.
We played a show, and it was a lot of fun. It was for high school though. It wasn't like anything, whatever, I don't think I had the connections as much as I wasn't smart enough to like figure it out.
Oh, okay.
We were like a cover band, but we had a few originals, but it didn't go anywhere. Everyone was different minded. Like, you know how it is. Like, if you're just trying to start from scratch, like it's gonna fall apart probably more times than not. And I didn't like go on, or I wasn't going to shows to like actually see what's going on here. Just to kind of network, right, in a way. I didn't do that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't. I
you
thought,
just went to shows just to see the band and stuff.
Just to see that, like, but big bands, right? Like good luck. But I didn't. Like, now I'm going to shows, but I'll talk to bands in general now. Before the podcast too, there was no agenda behind it. I just like talking to bands and stuff. It's kind of weird, but hey, and then I started the podcast after that. But I was in a band, And we played like a good amount. We played I Remember. We played All Time Low, a lot of that pop punk type stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
But everyone went to college, and it was not gonna happen. We knew it from day one. It wasn't gonna be a forever thing.
Yeah.
But that's what I can do. And then I have some music online.
Okay.
It's okay. It's metalcore. I have like maybe 3 or 4 songs, maybe more online. I self wrote them and I self produced them. I had some artists come through here and just do vocals on them too, screaming, singing.
Hell yeah, man.
So yeah, some good friends. They're,
That's badass, man.
So, but that's basically what I do. So
hell yeah, dude.
I know enough, I think.
Yeah, because I didn't know if you've like been in the scene for a while or played like local bands and stuff. So I don't know.
Dude, I've only been in the scene for 12 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm just saying.
So all those bands that I was naming, you probably didn't know them, right?
I knew most of them.
Yeah, a little bit of them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was like. Yeah, because those were some deep cuts. You got to be,
for sure.
For sure.
And then you're not the first person to tell me about these bands too.
Yeah.
So and then I'll look them up. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay.
Well, that's cool, man. Well, welcome to the San Antonio metal scene, brother.
It's kind of cool, man. It's a lot of fun. Dude, I got recognized for the first time at the Paper Tiger, which is kind of weird.
Sick.
I'm sure you can't go anywhere.
I mean, I'm not like super.
But if you go to Paper Tiger.
They'll be friends.
There'll be like a red carpet out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but not a red carpet, but yeah, I mean, I'll go and I'll say hi to like, I don't know, 20 people maybe. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
It's cool. It's always cool to.
I didn't know what to say.
To go back and actually like, be able to do that, because sometimes people fucking hate the people that come from their city. You know what I mean? And so just to have love still is badass. I'm forever grateful for that. And I don't think I've ever necessarily been like a fucking asshole to anybody like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like I've always been kind of, I try to be very respectful to everybody that I meet, even if I don't really know you or like, I don't know, just like a fan or whatever. I try to be pretty respectful, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. I know that there's always going to be, haters and stuff like that, like people that don't really fuck with you or whatever. That's fine
for
too.
whatever reason.
That's fine too. I mean, okay, so when I started doing the band stuff when I was 14 and everything, and starting Buried Under Texas and all that stuff, I was already casted like a huge shadow because of Upon was doing its thing already, and so it came from it started like, oh, they only got these opportunities because, he's so-and-so's brother or whatever. Like, truth be told, man, they've never really, like, there's been a couple times where they've gotten us on like, a tour with them or like a show or something like that. But all the grinding like work that we've done has been just us, man. And so I kind of have a chip on my shoulder whenever I hear people say that, whenever like, oh, like he's, of course he's in Upon a Burning Body, he's fucking whatever. It's like, dog, like I fucking worked hard to get here. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And if you don't see that, then that's fine. But I know the truth. You know what I mean? Like I know what's real. Like I said, like I could have had this whole nepotism thing go on and gotten, trust me, bro, I'd be a lot fucking farther if I played that card all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'd be a lot farther than where I am now. And so I just think, when people say stuff like that, it's just like they just don't necessarily know. You know what I mean? And or like when somebody's like, oh, Upon, or like talking about Upon or whatever, or like what I've contributed, I don't think anybody can take away what I've contributed to Upon either. You know what I mean? I feel like I've done a lot for this band, and whether people like the singing or don't like the singing, or like the songwriting or don't like the songwriting, I still had a part in this, and I've seen the numbers grow to where we are, and I can have a sense of pride in that because I helped do that. It's not like I was just along for the ride. That's a different
and it's not
thing.
like even today, it's not like you just show up in the van, you go to Planet Fitness, and then bam, gig. Like, no, there's stuff. There's a lot of stuff in between that we don't know.
There's a lot of work. Like I said, like I can probably say that I've done, not to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that, because like that's my last thing that I want to do. But I feel like out of all the members of Upon, I've done the most as far as like the back end stuff. You know what I mean? Been involved. You know what I mean? Like I mean, the
like
the
doing
local
doing the laundry. Or something.
or like because like the local band days, you can't replace those, the grinding and stuff like that. But I'm talking about from when they were a signed band and established and stuff like that and all that. Like I've done a lot for that.
Well, you're the little brother.
I mean?
You have to.
Yeah. And so I just take those little comments with
that,
like
guys?
a grain of salt.
You hear that?
Know what I mean?
There's a lot, man.
I try to, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, give me my praises or anything like that, brother. I'm just telling people the truth, like
Absolutely.
what it is. Like when I hear those things, I'm just like, well, that's totally not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
and you got to say
totally,
something at some.
Yeah, that's
at some
totally
point.
not true. Yeah, but people know, dude. I mean, if you've known me since I was 14, you've known how many shows I fucking played. You've known that I've always been in, like, always constantly been in a band and like trying to grind and stuff like that. You know that you know it, and so those are the people that I surround myself with, not so much the other people, and those people know who they are too, and stuff like that. But it doesn't really bother me,
That's good.
Like, because I know what I've done and I know what we. I mean, the guys can probably say it too. Being in Buried Under Texas and being in Cold Casket, they got a lot of that shit too. Cause like, they're, oh dude, you just got those opportunities because of this and that. But like, bro, we're fucking grinding, dog.
Why'd you change the name from Buried to Cold Casket?
Cause it was a different feel. So basically we felt like it was like a rebirth of the band. So I'd mentioned earlier that Carlos had joined the band and he was in there for a good amount of time. And then in 2016, I believe, is when we ended up parting ways with him just because of like creative differences and stuff like that. We wanted to go this route, and I guess he was trying to stay in what we were doing and stuff. And it was kind of like a thing like, well, what we're doing is not necessarily working too much. So it's kind of let's figure it out. Let's try to revamp some stuff. And then I was learning how to sing a lot more. And then we were starting to put a lot more.
Take lessons for that, or because you sound pretty good, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm always singing like in my head. Like I'll be at work. I could be like on my way to like Starbucks or whatever, and in my head I hear Another Ghost.
Oh shit!
The vocals.
Damn, hell yeah!
Dude,
thank you, man.
It's
no lessons, but I was just a lot of singing in the shower. My mom can attest to that. She can attest to that. I'm pretty sure I was so fucking annoying every day in the shower trying to sing.
It is the most catchy song that's been on my head ever since it came out. For some, I don't know why. Like deep down in the hole, you're a fall. I'm butchering it. I'm sorry, but I need vocal lessons still. I might pay you for that.
Should I help you out? I'll help you out, dude.
That's pretty cool. But damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, man. Thank you. Those are kind words. I really appreciate that. And we have creating that song was fun too, man. Like. That was another one where, we, like how I said, we kind of wanted to, change the vibe and stuff. And so going into that writing session, that first melody. So when I go into a writing session or like we're doing vocals or something like that, I'll get in the booth, I'll let them play the song or the part, whatever part it is. And then I'll just tell them to loop it and have it record everything that I do. And I'll just fucking Simlish, like just spew out as many melodies as I can for this part. And then as soon as we got all these fucking melodies, okay, I like this part of this melody. Let's take that and we'll put it down on a track. And I like this part of this melody. No words, just blah, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Take that. Okay, cool. And then, by the end of it, you piece together a melody that has that you like. You know what I'm saying? And but with that
work
one
from there.
Yeah, and then you fill in those syllables with words. But it's funny because we have I think on one of our studio vlogs we have the moment that I like the take that I did that. And it's really special. It's cool because I'm doing it as a joke. So we try to reference songs and stuff like that, like before the studio session, to kind of like, see what vibe we want and stuff. Is, hey, if we want a heavy song, okay, show us what type of heavy you want to do. And so that we'll pick a song and we'll be like, hey, we want to kind of do something like this, or just referencing stuff. You know what I mean? And so we're doing that, and we end up coming across a song by Bad Wolves called Lifeline.
Okay.
And that's one of the albums that I I think DL is what he was their new vocalist. He played guitar for Casey Strain.
Okay.
He started singing
Wow.
for Bad Wolves, and that was one of the first like albums that they did, and so. But the part is like the way he's singing is very Howard from Kill Switch, very like like really powerful. You know what I mean?
Like a man.
Yeah. And so or like soulful, almost like
Soulful too.
country soul type of fusion-y type thing. So like, okay, that's cool. That kind of like inflections, you know what I mean? And then so we hit record, and you know, it's my first take on trying to do this thing, and the whole time in the session where we're writing the instrumental, me and Chris, we joke a lot. Like we have all these inside jokes. Like if something's good, we say like, cut the fucking breaker, like, cause he has a big breaker in his studio. It's like, turn off all the power, like, and then just like cut the breaker, like, well, stuff like that, or like little inside jokes that we've said from literally like 2016 all the way up until now, because I've recorded with him for every project, you know. So you just get to know somebody and just
it's like saying uncle,
making it fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so we're doing all that, and he hits the thing, and I just put my hands up. And I'm like, deep down in a hole you're falling. And then I keep on going and stuff. And that was one take. And then we do another take. And then we do another take. And then I was like, that first one that I did was crazy. And I was like, it sounds like a country song. It doesn't even sound like it's supposed to be in a metal song. And they're like, good, let's fucking do it. And then the lyrics kind of just fell into place where like, it sounded like I was already saying deep down. And so I was like,
damn, that's a good voice. I'm so jealous,
cool.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
so jealous right now, bro.
It sounded like I was saying that already. And so I was like, I don't know, man. Like, that's just, I think it's kind of just like calling to us just to, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it was kind of your instinct, right? Like they always say, like if you're taking a test, like if there's an A, B, C, and D, go with your first gut. If you go with your if you second guess yourself,
for sure,
you might get it wrong. You're probably gonna get it wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. And so it's cool. Like now looking back at the video, you see my hands go up, and it's like deep down in a hole, and I was like, dude, that's the actual take that we used for.
Well, you said video. There's a video of the studio.
There's a studio vlog, I think, somewhere on our YouTube that we're recording that song.
Okay.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So you got to do a little deep dive, I think. If not, then it just hasn't came out yet, and it's on some hard drive somewhere. But
it's like under Chris's mattress or something.
Yeah, it's on some hard drive or something. But that was a fun story, like a fun time, like doing that and stuff. And then the whole Daywalker song too, like with that being that's supposed to be in a movie. Scott Hansen's doing a movie called Devour, and that's how that song came about. Basically, like he was saying, hey man, I'm about to do this. So we did those 2 videos with him, and he was in the middle of shooting that movie at that time. And so we were like, hey, you need some music for that movie? And then he was like, yeah, well, we could use a song.
Was that Danny talking the money maker?
No, yeah. I was like, yeah, you need some music or something like that? And because they're real good friends and stuff, you know? So he's like, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about doing like, because it's about a band and stuff, so we could do like a whole metal soundtrack and stuff. I think Make Them Suffer is on one of their is on their movie too, and so some cool bands, you know what I mean? And so I was like, dude, he wanted to use Shapeshifter, which is a song that already came out, because it's like a werewolfy type vibe, and we're like, dude, fuck that song, we'll just make you another song. And if you like it, then you could use it. If you don't, then just use Shapeshifter, right? And we ended up going back to the studio and doing that, cutting that song, and he loved it. And then it's in the movie now, so that's fucking sick. Just to have your song in a movie is wild. I wouldn't even thought of me saying that. I think there's another song that's in another movie. A pretty big one actually. I forgot what it was called, but it's about this alien girl that comes down, and she has a friend, like the alien takes over her friend's body, and so she's like trying to like reintroduce her to society, but it's an alien, but she looks like a girl, like a normal girl.
Yeah.
And
they exist up there too.
They end up getting picked up by some dude or whatever, and he's playing our song. It's like the solo part, like ripping in the background while he's driving away. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's a little part in there, and you know, I can't complain about that.
I wouldn't. That's awesome.
That's so sick. Yeah.
Man. What do you do in your free time, man? How much time do you got? You said you have. I don't plan on taking. It's Sunday, bro. No, you're good. Yeah, you probably got to clock in at 8 o'clock tomorrow with Baby B or something.
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Yeah. I on my free time, brother. If I'm not writing music, I'm at the gym. If I'm not at the gym, then at home chilling. Mm-hmm. Like I'm kind of a recluse, man.
You have a dog or a cat?
I have a dog. Her name's Leia. She's awesome. She's 8 now. I think she's 8 years old. Yeah. And then
what is that, 80? Is it 80 in dog years?
I think it's like 7. I think it's 7 for every year. So I don't know.
7 for every year.
7 times 8. I don't know, but I didn't pass math, so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and so do that.
Yeah, you're a normal you're just a normal person.
I mean, I play some video games and stuff here and there. I like on my PS5 and stuff, but I do a lot, man. Like whether it's video editing or I'll do designs sometimes. I have, you know what I mean? I could Photoshop, I could do all that stuff. So I'm kind of like a master of none, you know what I mean? Type thing. Like I could play drums and stuff. Like,
are you on Fiverr? Do you ever like offer your service? Or Fiverr?
Yeah, Fiverr. Yeah, Fiverr. I was a long time ago. I was offering like video editing stuff for like people's like vacation vlogs or whatever. That's you very specific. Do, you know what I mean? Or it doesn't need. I mean, not necessarily vacation.
You weren't advertising,
like, no. But I will do your vacation vlog, right? For $5. Yeah, no, but I was like, I'll make your 30-second fucking reel.
Oh, that's cool.
Or something. Yeah. But that never really popped off as much as I thought it would. But like video editing or just like directing videos or stuff like that. I kind of have my hand in all that. Like the Hand of God video, me and Ruben and our homie Wayne did that all by ourselves and stuff like that. So
Wayne's like the director maybe, or
no? Wayne is he's a videographer.
Oh, he does the camera work.
Yeah, he does like he's like the main camera guy, and then when we're on tour, he'll come out and just his job is to film, like he film everything because. Our current media guy, Troy, he takes all of our photos. So all of our photos are his. And then he'll do video as well, but he's at merch all day. And so with that time, nobody's really like, if we want a whole bunch of like, behind the scenes type shit or just casual day vlog stuff. Like those vlogs started coming out because we have the footage, Do
you pay him like per photo or per
clip
tour or whatever?
Like per tour, week, like per week. We kind of give him like a.
It's not like like this one's worth 5 cents, this one's worth $20. I don't know.
No, it's like you film all day.
Oh, that's cool.
And you have a day rate, and that's what it is. And if you're, you know what I'm saying,
less pressure.
Yeah,
he does what he needs to do.
Yeah, he does what he needs to do. It was one of our first times bringing him out for the festival runs, and then we had our guy John. Our homie John out of California, he tattoos and stuff, but he does video work on the side. Shout out John. He came with us because he just wanted to go on the road, and he was a good friend of ours, and he knows how to work a camera. So we're just like, you could just film all the behind the scenes shit. And he was like, all right, cool. He did that, and then he started learning how to do lights and stuff. It's cool, once you're in that like. You start as something, and then you can kind of work your way up and, do it like you could be a guitar tech and be doing lights by the end of the tour. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure. It just depends. You could be hired on for photos and then.
Next thing you know, you're doing the laundry or like you're, I'm just saying. But yeah, dude, is there, I think I'm out of things to say. Is it hot in here? Maybe it's just me because I'm wearing this.
Oh, you're wearing all that stuff.
I'm wearing like 3 layers right now, and it's November. It's November, by the way. It's not even December yet.
Yeah.
But it's just coming out in December.
Yeah.
Who's the bassist? Right, because you're in Casket. Luis is in the guitar. Xavier on drums. Who's the bassist? I never figured that out.
Chris, the same guy that was in Buried Under Texas. Yeah, okay. Chris Mata. Yeah, he was doing the bass for us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was someone else for some reason.
So if you saw us live, like he might have not played with us live a couple times because like there was a point in time where he he didn't leave the band, but he was just like he was doing his own thing, and so he didn't play.
Okay.
And so like Chris Sanchez, who plays for Life Cycles, would play for us. Or
I think that's who I thought it was.
yeah, the big dude with the long hair. Yeah. So that's he probably played when you saw us play or something like that. He was probably playing for us.
I never even talked to Chris Sanchez.
Yeah, he plays for everybody, dude.
I know.
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
No one really talks about him that much.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys like if you know who he is and you know what I mean, he likes to keep to himself. I feel like
which
he
is
likes to
fine.
keep to himself. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
But yeah, if you need some gear or anything, you hit him up, and he's always selling stuff. And
He's always selling, flipping.
Always selling stuff, man. He'll buy like fucking $5,000 guitars, and then be like, I don't want it anymore. I gotta sell it or something, which is crazy. Shout out to Chris too, man. That guy's been around for a long time. I've known him for a while. Yeah, probably ever since I started. He was playing for Of Ruins or something like that. Yeah, I think he was playing for Of Ruins whenever I met him. That was a long time ago. Yeah. It's good. It's crazy.
Yeah. How do you feel about Life Cycles going on to Silosis' tour and next year? I think it's kind of crazy, bro.
I'm so proud of those guys, man. I can't express how proud I am of that. That's awesome to see those dudes go overseas. I haven't even gone overseas yet, so I'm kind of jealous about that. So you motherfuckers don't eat all the food when you're over there, because save some for me whenever I go.
Save some fish and chips.
But yeah, like I'm so proud of those guys. It's, all the trials and tribulations that they've had, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, like stuff that would break any band. It didn't break them, you know what I mean? So really? And they've been released consistent music ever since they started and everything. And so just seeing them grow and do their thing, and the scene really coming behind them, the fact that they can sell out the Paper Tiger by themselves is crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like yeah, that's great.
I think like everyone in the crowd knows, like, because when we went to go see System of a Brown, it's like most of the guys, right?
Yeah.
With the exception of the drummer.
No, yeah. Steve is the only one that's not in Life Cycles. But all the members are right there.
But it was a packed house, bro.
Yeah, it was super packed. Super packed.
I couldn't even move, bro.
Those shows get crazy, man. Those shows get wild. Yeah, and like I said, I'm like a recluse too, so I don't necessarily go to all of them, but I have been to a few, and the ones that I do go to are crazy, and so but it's always cool just to go back to your old stomping grounds and stuff, and freaking.
I don't go to a lot of shows either, honestly.
Yeah.
Not now. Ask me 2 years ago, I would go to like a lot of shows, but now just taking a lot of time out of my hands,
Yeah, like I said, like I don't necessarily go to shows too much if I'm like not playing them and stuff, but like it's just because of my anxiety, like I'll just get too like if there's too many people around me or something, I get like a little like weird, or even like in stores or something, like I don't go out for Black Friday. Like
good luck.
I
think that's everyone. I think that's not just you. I think everyone's like that.
Yeah, like I don't do that, and just I'm not trying to.
You're not trying to get that deal.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to get the TV that they made specifically for Black Friday as a cheaper parts.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. You can keep the 50-inch.
All right. Heck yeah, man.
But yeah.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Is there anything else that we kind of forgot? Dude, because I think we talked about a lot of stuff, which was very cool. Again, I'm surprised you showed up, bro, because this is like, this is not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, and thank you you have a nice place here.
Thank you.
Cool spot and shit. So
yeah,
I'm stoked. Ask good questions. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you, man.
Good hang and everything. I'm more than grateful to be here, brother. So
appreciate that, man. Yeah. I'll see you. Well, I'll see you. You won't see me, but I'll see you on what is it? The 12th of December.
Yes, sir.
At Vibes Event Center.
Yes, sir.
Here in San Antonio, Texas. You're performing. You're headlining. You got a lot of backup too. You got a lot of backup underneath you. You got who's playing?
It's I know Life Cycle's playing.
Oh yeah.
Trenchborn's playing. Blight Feeder's playing. Who else? I know I might be forgetting one. I'm so sorry if I'm forgetting it, but I know those are the homies bands. Shinju, I think are the ones, I believe.
You got the Browning.
Oh yeah. Well, they're on the package. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're on the package. So the Browning and Lockjaw are the ones that are going on tour with us.
Honestly, I didn't know there was going to be. I didn't know, for some reason, I didn't know Life Cycles was performing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're playing the second stage later on. They're going to be the last band on the second stage. And so you can.
That's going to be dangerous.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be
second stage?
Yeah. It's going to be good.
It's gonna be outside, basically.
No, it's the it's where so like we're playing Vibes and it's the Rock Box.
Okay.
Not the underground, the Rock Box, the other side.
Got it.
Yeah, the other side, the bigger stage.
Got it.
So
okay.
like the middle room, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's the underground.
Sorry, for a second, I pictured White Rabbit for a second. I don't know why I thought that.
Oh, the second stage.
That's what I was thinking.
Patio stage.
My apologies. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's at Vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Fly Above Fire. Oh no, that's a different date. And Kill House is a different date. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good show. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I bought my pre-sale.
Hell yeah.
Save that extra $5 or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Brother. Hopefully next time I'm here, you're gonna have a fucking YouTube plaque for the subscribers, brother.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll just make it myself. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
But thanks for coming out again, man. Thomas, you're a legend, dude. Tell Danny and Ruben if they know who I am. Tell them to say hi. And be like, who?
For sure, man.
Yeah,
I got you.
But
they know I'm coming on here too. So
oh, really?
They'll be watching. Yeah, for sure, brother.
Okay, now I'm scared, bro.
There you go.
But thanks for coming out, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, you take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, man. You too, man.